The heat has already erased the morning. By midday, the African savannah feels hollowed out, air shimmering, grass bleached pale, insects silent as if even they have surrendered to the sun. Daniel Mercer has worked in wildlife rescue for over 20 years. He has learned to read the land the way others read faces, disturbed dust, broken branches, the absence of birds where there should be birds. Today, something is wrong. He stops his vehicle near a cluster of thorn trees bordering a dry riverbed. The engine clicks as it cools. Daniel steps out slowly, boot sinking into powdery soil. There is no wind, no calls, no movement. Then he hears it. Not a roar, not a growl. A sound so faint it almost disappears, a dry, broken exhale. Daniel follows it, heart tightening with each step, until he reaches a large acacia. At its base, the ground has collapsed inward, forming a deep, narrow hole where roots once held the soil together. He kneels and freezes. Inside the darkness, barely visible through dust and shadow, lies a cheetah, not standing, not hiding, collapsed. Its long body is folded unnaturally, ribs pushing sharply against skin dulled by months of sun and hunger. One hind leg is twisted beneath it, useless. The chest rises, then pauses, then rises again, alive. Daniel's breath catches. In all his years, he has never seen this. A cheetah built for speed, for open plains trapped in a tree hole, and judging by the smell of decay and the sunburned fur, it has been here a very long time. Daniel lowers himself to the ground, careful not to cast a shadow into the hole. The cheetah's eyes open slowly, clouded, sunken, but still alert. They lock onto him. No aggression, no fear, just exhaustion. The animal's flanks barely move. Its mouth opens slightly, tongue cracked and dry. FLIs gather around old wounds along its hip and shoulder, scratches that never healed. Skin rubbed raw from trying to climb out. 4 months, Daniel thinks. At least. How had it survived the heat? The nights? The predators that surely passed by. Cheetahs do not live like this. They hunt daily. They drink often. They avoid conflict because even a small injury can mean death. Daniel notices the tail thin, almost skeletal, yet twitching weakly. A sign of awareness. A sign of will. He speaks softly, more to himself than the animal. How did you end up here? There is no answer. Only the sound of breathing, slow, fragile, precious. And the questions press harder. How long has it been alone? Why did its group stay? Why hasn't nature finished what it started? Before the fall, before the darkness, this cheetah was a leader. He once ruled a stretch of open grassland, where the wind ran freely and prey moved like shadows across the plains. His body was powerful, thin muscles rippling beneath spotted fur, strides long and effortless. Beside him ran his mate. Behind them, 2 young cubs, clumsy, curious, fearless. They learned by watching him how to stalk low, how to read the twitch of an antelope's ear, how to run not just fast, but smart. One afternoon, the cubs chased each other too close to the trees. Their laughter, high-pitched chirps filled the air. The father followed, alert but relaxed. Then the ground gave way. Roots cracked. Soil collapsed. He fell hard, the impact snapping pain through his leg. The cubs scattered, screaming. Dust filled the air. He tried to stand. He couldn't. At first, the group stayed. His mate returned with food, dragging scraps close enough for him to eat. The cubs lay near the edge of the hole at night, their small bodies pressed together, watching him breathe. Days passed, then weeks. The savannah does not wait. A younger male began to circle the territory, strong, healthy, hungry for dominance. Fights broke out, not physical at first, but through presence, stares, scent marks, silent challenges. The injured leader could not respond. Eventually, the choice was made. The group could not survive like this. The cubs were led away. The mate lingered the longest. On the final night, she returned alone. She stood at the edge of the hole until dawn, eyes reflecting the stars. When the sun rose, she left. The cheetah did not follow. He couldn't. The weeks blurred into suffering. The sun burned his back during the day. Cold gnawed at his bones at night. Hyenas laughed nearby. Vultures circled, waiting. He drank rainwater when it came. He chewed leaves. He licked dew from roots. Pain became constant. Hunger became background noise. What kept him alive was not strength anymore. It was memory. The sound of cubs chirping. The warmth of his mate's body beside him. The feeling of running wind tearing past his face. Love did not feed him, but it refused to let him die. Daniel radios his team. The response is cautious. Cheetahs are fragile. Sedation is risky. Tree holes collapse easily. Regulations discourage interference unless survival is impossible. Daniel looks down at the animal again. This is impossible. This cheetah doesn't have days, he says. He has minutes. Silence on the radio, then approval conditional. Dangerous. Personal responsibility assumed. Daniel exhales. They are doing this. Ropes are anchored. Soil is cleared by hand. Every movement sends small rocks tumbling down, startling the cheetah. A vet administers a minimal sedative. Too much could stop his heart. Too little could cause panic. The hole narrows halfway down. Daniel lowers himself carefully, muscles straining, sweat blinding him. He reaches the cheetah. Up close, the damage is worse. The leg is partially dislocated. Infection has set in. The body weighs almost nothing. They meet. There is no fear there. Only trust. Together, they lived. Slow, careful, silent. The cheetah emerges into sunlight for the first time in months. The team holds their breath. Then movement. A shallow breath. He is free. They move him to shade. Minutes later, shapes appear at the edge of the clearing. A female cheetah. The mother approaches first, slow and cautious. She lowers her head, touches her nose to his cheek. The cubs follow. No sounds. No chaos. Just bodies pressed together. Even the humans turn away, wiping their eyes. The air shifts. From the tall grass, the rival male appears. He watches. The rescued cheetah cannot stand yet. His family closes ranks instinctively, bodies forming a barrier. Tension stretches thin, then movement behind them. Other cheetahs emerge. Members of the original group. They do not approach the rival. They approach him. They choose him. The rival hesitates, then retreats. Power fades. Loyalty remains. Weeks later, the cheetah stands again. Not fast yet, not strong yet, but proud. When Daniel returns to observe from a distance, the cheetah looks at him long, steady. A slow blink. Then he turns back to his family. They disappear into the grass. Daniel lowers his camera. Somewhere out there, a cheetah runs again, not because he is the strongest, but because he was not alone. Title reveal. When the fastest fell in love refused to let him die. In the wild, survival is not just about speed. It is about loyalty, family, and the quiet strength to endure.